You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
Oh my God!
Now tuned into the greatest.
This bloke is one angry, naughty, aggressive crocodile. Crocodile, real you. They should know. Real DJ.
Don't just come up here and play tune and press buttons.
Real DJ. Crocodile, real you. They should know.
Yo, this is Lamar bigging up DJ Crocodile playing the best in party joints.
Okay, party people in the house. You're about to witness something you've never witnessed before.
Well, it is a waiting and a morning and a national feast in the dancehall and who knows people run from them comes from when time it comes to my sound, which is the champion sound. The bugle that blow for many times and it's still a one more time left for the mother stripe on our shoulder.
You be a sauce now, you be a sinner. Yo, watching a crocodile, you make them know this, you know.
Alright, alright, go on, you play now. Thank God, love me, the people that don't love everything okay.
Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. In the place to be.
A crocodile, listen up. A crocodile is
Saturday Soup on iLive Radio UK.
Yep, good to go.
Saturday Soup on iLive Radio. All the organic goodness you need. Everybody needs some Saturday Soup.
You don't know. Everybody can do with a bit of Saturday Soup in their life. And this is it. Good afternoon, wherever you're listening from, north, south, east or west. You are officially rocking with the best. This is the Saturday Soup Show on iLive UK. My name is DJ Croc from One Nation. No Sims mode this week, but we've got to begin by saying salutations. Goes out to Sims mode wherever she is in the world. And of course, happy birthday once again for earlier on this week. Your smarties await you. Also got to begin by saying big shout out goes out to DJ Deep Sound for the Beats and Bass show. Catch him back here next week, same time, same place between the hours of 2 and 4 p.m. with more of that awesome beats and bass. Salute DJ Deep Sound. Awesome show as always. Awesome. But right now it's time for your weekly helping, your weekly serving, your weekly bowl of Saturday Soup, bringing you all the organic goodness you need on a Saturday afternoon. So what we got in store for you today? Of course, we've got the news to give you. Top talking points are the general election. Has to be the UK general election, which is taking place next week, if you didn't know, December the 12th. UK general election. I hope you are all registered to vote and are going to exercise your vote if you have a mind to. Also some news from the London Fire Brigade following the report that was written about them in the aftermath of the Grenfell Tower disaster. Also some news from the States. The US President Donald Trump attempts to remove him from office. Sports news, it's all about Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz number 2. The rematch is on tonight. It's finally here. It's going down tonight. That's all the sports news we're going to talk about today. Entertainment, giving you a rundown of what happened last week at Sunday Brunch at Satay Bar. Also, what happened at Chip Shop Mobile Mondays, the all vinyl session that I played at Chip Shop in Brixton on Monday. Epic session. And of course, last night was the last One Nation Remix Friday for 2019. So let you know how that went down as well. And of course, a look ahead to some of the gigs to come. Entertainment news and film news, I should say. We take a look ahead to some of the great upcoming films that you can look forward to over the festive season, including Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, and Ip Man 4 is finally about to drop for all the martial arts fans and the Ip Man fans. Ip Man 4 is about to drop. And in our health news, if you remember last week, if you're listening to last week's show, that you would know that we had our health and wellness coach, Samantha, was in the building talking to us about prostate cancer. And I committed to going and getting a prostate check this week, all right? And I said I would feed back to you this week on how that went. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you an update on that later on in the show. And of course, we got all the fantastic music and remixes that you will only hear on this show, nowhere else. So, lots to get through between now and 6 p.m. Time is always against us on this show. So, you know what? Without further ado, let's just get into it, man.
Captain, this ship is now under my direction.
Right, kicking off with some more remixes, as we like to do on this show, all right? Hold out the drum and bass crew, hold out the soca heads, dancehall heads, hip-hop heads, gospel heads, old school heads. We try and deal with the old schoolers after 5 o'clock. Try and get through everybody on this show. But right about now, J-Rob remix, drum and bass crew, saddle up.
Saturday Suit on iLive Radio. Saturday Suit on iLive Radio. All the organic goodness you need. Everybody needs some Saturday Suit.
You used to call me on my cell phone. Think that when you need my love, call me on my cell phone. Think that when you need my love, I know when that holiday, that can only mean one thing. I know when that holiday, that can only mean one thing. Ever since I left the city, you got a reputation for yourself now. Everybody knows that I feel left out. Yeah, you got me down, you got me stressed out. Ever since I left the city, you started wearing less and going out more. Dancing up champagne out on the dance floor. Hanging with some girls I've never seen before. You used to call me on my cell phone. Ain't that when you need my love? Call me on my cell phone. Ain't that when you need my love? I know when that holiday, that can only mean one thing. I know when that holiday, that can only mean one thing. Ever since I left the city, you. cell phone. Day night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone. Day night when you need my love. I know when that hotline bling can only mean one thing. I know when that hotline bling can only mean one thing. Ever since I left the city, you.
Remix on the drum and bass tip. Remix of Hotline Bling. Before that, but a remix of Tyrant. Saturday Soup in full swing right here on iLive UK. DJ Croc in the hot seat. And as I said, we've got lots to get through today, and time is always against us, man. Always against us on this show. I don't know where the time goes, so you know what, let's just keep it rolling, let's keep it moving. Right, in news, the UK election. There is a UK election. After much speculation, there is going to be a UK election, general election next week, December the 12th. So really, it's just a reminder for you guys who feel inclined to get yourselves registered, get yourselves down to your local polling station, and make sure you put an X if you feel to. Not everybody feels to. Some people, I understand, feel kind of disillusioned with the whole UK political process. What difference will it really make, etc., etc. But others feel like it is almost their duty to do so, because there was a time when certain people did not have the right to vote, and certain people fought and lost their lives for others to have that right to vote, and so therefore feel obligated to exercise it, if at least in respect and appreciation for those who died, so that we could have that right. So anyway, whichever way you feel about it, December the 12th is a UK general election. So I don't always vote, but I think in this one right now, I'm feeling like it's such an important time that I'm feeling compelled, like I have to go and exercise that vote. So even with my own disillusionment with UK politics and the UK political processes, I think I'm going to go and exercise my vote next week. So I urge you to do so as well if you have a mind to. In other UK news, the chief of the London Fire Brigade has been, well, I don't know if she's been forced to, but she is going to be stepping down 4 months earlier than she was expected to. That is Danny Cotton, who is the chief of the London Fire Brigade, is going to be stepping down in October. Now, she had said that she was going to step down in April 2020. In October, she said that she was really sorry about what happened on Grenfell and what have you. That's not the day that she was supposed to have stepped down, otherwise she would have gone already. She was supposed to have stepped down in April, I beg your pardon. Sorry, you know what? Let me get this right. Backtrack. Okay, come on, Croc. Fix up.
MC, stop relaxing.
She was supposed to have stepped down in April, but she's going 4 months early, all right? Get it straight. She was supposed to have stepped down in April 2020, and she's going 4 months early. Following on from a report that was written in the aftermath of Grenfell that focused primarily on the role that the London Fire Brigade played in what happened on that fateful night. Now, the report has been highly critical of the London Fire Brigade, and of course, as the chief of the London Fire Brigade, the buck really stops with Danny Cotton. She hasn't helped herself by making some comments that the survivors of Grenfell felt were deeply insensitive to them and the realities of what happened on that night. So she hasn't really helped her situation, and she's been kind of digging her heels and saying she's not going to stand down early. She stands by everything that she said and done. But alas, she is now going to be stepping down early. See that however you want, whether she was pushed or whatever. But she's going early. It's not been a good look for Danny Cotton, especially in the aftermath of that report. Personally, I feel that the London Fire Brigade have been getting a bit of a rough deal. Now, there's a next report that's due to come out, which focuses more on the role of the council, the local council, in what happened at Grenfell. Now, that is the one that I'm really more interested in seeing. Because this report has come out first, all the attention has been on the London Fire Brigade right about now. And it's almost like the blame, a lot of the blame is being shifted from the councillors and the politicians, who really are the ones, in my opinion, were mostly responsible for what happened with Grenfell, and that attention is being shifted onto the London Fire Brigade. And let's not forget, the London Fire Brigade are the ones who were there on the night running into the building when everyone else was running out. You know, they were the ones there putting their lives on the line to save everybody else. You know what I mean? So they may not have got it all right. And hindsight is a wonderful thing. There's always things you learn after an event like that. You think, yeah, you know what, we could have done that better. We could have done that differently. Or next time we should have done that. There's always things you can learn after the event. But I kind of feel like the way this thing is being portrayed right now is almost as if the London Fire Brigade are to blame for the loss of lives on the night. Now, the report said that more lives could have been saved. It didn't say that London Fire Brigade are responsible for loss of life. But in a way, it kind of did, because they're saying that more lives could have been saved if they'd have acted differently. I'm pretty sure that the London Fire Brigade did the best that they could, given the situation that they were faced with on that night. And and you know what? You got to remember, I don't think there's any training that you can do that will prepare you for something like that, man. You turn up and you see that, you find that. What training can you have that will prepare you for that? You know what I mean? Anyway, as I said, the buck stops with Danny Cotton, because she's the chief of the London Fire Brigade and she's going to be leaving 4 months ahead of time. All eyes now go on to the next report, which, as I said, will focus on the role of the local council in what happened in Grenfell. We will watch that one with much, much interest.
Yeah. MC, stop relaxing.
Right, more news later on in the show as we take it overseas to the States, following what's going on with the US President Donald Trump and the likes. And of course, we've got the sports news, entertainment news, film news. And I've got to give you the update of what happened with that old prostate check thing as well. So make sure you keep it locked right here. Saturday Soup is in full swing.
Saturday Soup on iLive Radio. All the organic goodness you need. Everybody needs some Saturday Soup.
Indeed. All goodness, all organic goodness right here on your Saturday Soup show on iLive UK. DJ Croc in the hot seat. Don't forget, if you like your independent soul music, Claws will be up at 6. aka Miss Ouch will be up from 6 till 8 with independent soul injection. But for now, have some coffee.
On the news, me in my prime, on the crime with the dollar sign, money for my mind. Someone on the dime for spin. Dime for spin. I'm a style, put me on the map, me up on the top. I'm in name, coffee, swag a lot, them a coming on the time. Time. Yes, till me wake up, yeah. Money make and I make up, yeah. Me go straight for the paper, yeah. Tell you wait, see you later. Me support everybody look like what? Me so fresh and say how you look like that. I top every cranny, every nook. I'm a stick of every chicken out the book. Everything we do, give thanks. Tell them what we do. Load the L, take the W. One thing they out there for you. I need now come if you no go. Everything we do, give thanks. Tell them what we do. Load the L, take the W. One thing they out there for you. I need now come if you no go. On the news, me in my prime, on the crime with the dollar sign, money for my mind. Someone on the time to spend. Time to spend. I'm a style, put me on the map, me up on the top. I'm in name, coffee, swag a lot. Them a chopping on the time for them. Time for them.
Everything is how they call plush. The baby got a body that so I won't touch. Pull it out, let her ride it, girl, you know I want lust. I got an inside that I won't stop, I'm in a rush. I eat that like lunch, we keep it on hush. Box you up in his truck, I love to see you blush. You shot me when you land, so you bought a product clutch. We got a lot of bucks, catch longer than a bus. We some warriors, looking at your heart through the cardio. Hands at the top of the aria. She got a lot, Rastafari. Me and my walk one at the party, yeah. We don't feel nothing, we the hardest, yeah. Spending cash for fun, get us all a pair. She won't gonna want it cause the real is real.
On the news, me in my prime, on the crime with the dollar sign, money for my mind. Someone on the time to spend. Time to spend. I'm a style, put me on the map, me up on the top. I'm in name, coffee, swag a lot. Them a chopping on the time for them. Time for them.
Saturday Soup on iLive Radio. All the organic goodness you need. Everybody needs some Saturday Soup.
Captain, this ship is now under my direction.
Saturday Soup on iLive Radio. All the organic goodness you need. Everybody needs some Saturday Soup.
Baby, 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 from the day I saw you, I really, really wanted to catch your eye. There's something special about you, and I must really like you. There's not a lot of guys are worth my time. Oh, baby, 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 it's getting kind of crazy. 'Cause you are taking over my mind, and it feels like you don't know my name. I swear, it feels like you don't know my name. Will you ever know? Oh, baby, 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 I see us on our first date. You're doing everything that makes me smile. And when we had our first kiss, it happened on a Thursday. And oh, it set my soul on fire. Oh, baby, 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 I can't wait for the first time. My imagination's running wild. Feels like you don't know my name. And I swear it, baby, feels like you don't know my name. Will you ever know?
I'm saying, he don't even know what he's doing to me. Got me feeling all crazy inside. I'm feeling like,
I'm doing more than I've ever done for anyone's attention. Take notice of what's in front of you, 'cause did I mention you want to miss a good thing? And you'll never know how good it feels to have all of my affection. And you'll never get a chance to experience my loving, 'cause my loving feels like you don't know my name. And I swear it feels like you don't know my name. Oh, but you never know it. No, 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 no. And it feels like you don't know my name. Baby, baby, I swear it's like but you don't know my name. No, no, no. And it feels like but you don't know my name. And I swear on my mother and father, it feels like
Now tuned into the greatest.
This bloke is one angry, naughty, aggressive crocodile. Crocodile, real you, they should know.
Real DJ. Don't just come up here and play tune and press buttons. Real DJ.
Just joined us, where the hell have you been? This is the Saturday Soup Show right here on iLive UK. My name is DJ Croc from One Nation in the Hot Seat. No Sims Mode this week. She's probably still celebrating her birthday anyway from last week. Shout out to Sims Mode anywhere you are. Big up yourself. Remix of Alicia Keys, You Don't Know My Name. Before that, we had Coffee's new single W featuring Gunna. Right, sports news. It's all about Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz Part 2, which takes place tonight in Dubai. First time a boxing match like this has ever been staged in Dubai. And by all accounts, it's a big deal. So, for those of you that know, Andy Ruiz successfully scored a huge upset the first time they met. He was called in at about 5 weeks' notice. Short notice when Anthony Joshua's previous opponent, Gerard Miller, was forced or kind of disqualified from the fight after failing a drugs test. Andy Ruiz stepped in at the last minute, and to everybody's surprise, he not only won, he knocked Anthony Joshua out and took all 4 of his belts, becoming the first Mexican-American Mexican heavyweight champion in history. So salute to him for that alone. So tonight is the heavily anticipated rematch between Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz 2. The fight takes place tonight at 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So yeah, 9 p.m. UK time, which is midnight in Dubai, I believe. So if you're looking to watch it, 9 p.m. tonight, the fight will start, all right? Sims Mod and I talked about this last week. She was picking Anthony Joshua to win. I want Anthony Joshua to win, but I'm skeptical. If I'm honest, I'm skeptical. He's made some changes. He's lost a lot of weight. He's slimmed down quite a bit. Maybe his tactic is to, kind of stick a move, box and move around more, try and be a bit lighter and faster than Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz, obviously, I shouldn't say obviously, but I don't think he has scaled down or slimmed down at all. And there's been a lot of talk about Andy Ruiz's physique and his weight. So maybe that's part of Anthony Joshua's plan in losing weight, is to kind of be a bit faster and lighter on his feet. I don't know. We'll see tonight at 9 p.m. So I hope he'll do it. Will he do it? No, I'm not so sure. But all answers will be given tonight. Everything will be revealed tonight. 9 p.m. All right, UK time. Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz 2. Well, I've got to say shout out to everyone who was down at Sunday brunch last week at the Satay Bar in Brixton. Where I was playing down there last weekend. It was a great session as usual. Fantastic session. It's supposed to be a chilled thing, It's supposed to be just a chilled, sit down and, have a drink and have something to eat on a Sunday afternoon. And it's like DJ Croc don't have no behavior. He just kind of turns things up all the time. So shout out to everyone who was down there and those who came through. Following on from that, came through to One Nation's Remix Friday last night as well. And this was a track I got asked to play by some of the soca heads that were in there last week. Big shout out to you. Overdue. Gotta send salute to the Just Vibes family as well. Salute.
So let me have my way now. No one ever gonna leave, cause I'm so invested in you. Cause I really feel a vibe every time you set the right down. And nobody like this man, it's nothing like this, and it's nothing like you. Nothing and nobody like you. And every single time we touch, no one ever wanna stop, because I always wanna let you know that I love you so much, it's and nobody like you. Nothing and nobody like you. much, no one ever wanna stop. Cause I wanna let you know that I love you so much. And it's not nobody like you. Make me ball up. Long time is a overdue. Long time is a overdue. Make me ball up. Long time is a overdue. Long time is a overdue. Make a come, make a come, make a come, make a give a tip, your body kakara, make a come, on a make it.
Saturday Suit on iLive Radio.
I'm a jet chocolate, fine, oh, baguette, watch your love for like it, why not more than, your body, check it, push it ready, yeah, in my day, Tabalo, see, kill your face, I know, tell me what's in your body, I'm a damn CD, baby, and you want to give me condio, if you want to get alright,
Real new, they should know.
I'm a DJ can you, I go my I'm a DJ can you, maybe, but I'm money in the maybe don't go party better. Maybe, let go and miss it, yeah. Pass me on, baby.
Run it to my crew.
Okay, are we loaded? Make a come, make a give a tip, your body. Pull up the kilo fait, I'm a jet chocolate, fine, oh, baguette, watch your love for like it, why not more than, your body, check it, push it in, in my day, Tabalo, see, kilo fait, why now, tell me what's in your body, I'm a damn CD, baby, and you want to give me condio, if you want to get alright, I'ma make up my you, I'm a DJ can you, I go my you, I'm a DJ can you, maybe, but I'm money in the maybe don't go party better, maybe, let go and miss it, yeah, pass me on, baby, make a come, make a give a tip, your body kakara, make a come, on a make it check it, take it, fine girl, make it over there, do fine boy like this, so if I hear you want I go vex, Okini nafia, Okini baby, Okini let me, Okini, put it plenty on you, Okini nafia, Okini baby, Okini let me, Okini, wait, plenty on you, talk and market, when you're motola, Messi, Agbe, oh yeah, Balanga, Joya, Shade, Joya, take a holiday, patapa. I'm a sexy mama, come follow me, come on, Joa. I'm a make up my eye, I'm a need dog and you, I go my eye. I'm a need dog and you, but I'm money
Man, Singularity is a bad man. Shaka Tackle Doombe featuring Shaka Lion. Before this, Overdue by Irfan Alves. Alright, for the Soca Massive on this one. On a Latin Afrobeat tip, man. Love it to death. Man, when we drop these tunes at One Nation, Remix Friday is unbelievable. Incidentally, we will be back in 2020 with One Nation's Remix Friday on January the 3rd, all right? So if you don't go out on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, but you're looking for something to kind of bring in the New Year's, drop 2 foot to bring in the New Year, then you can check us Friday, January the 3rd, upstairs at the Ritzy in Brixton, all right? Will be the next One Nation Remix Friday. I've got to say a big thank you to everybody who has come through or has supported us in one way, shape or form on our growth and our journey especially throughout 2019. Thank you to all of the DJs who have come through and selected on the sound. Thank you to all of the artists who have blessed the mic and blessed the stage. Thank you to all the creatives who have come down and set up shop and showcased their talents to the people there. Thank you to all the people who chose to celebrate their special events and their special occasions with us, their birthdays or their anniversaries or their works leaving dues or their works parties or whatever it is. Thank you for choosing us for all of that. Thank you to all those who have shared posts on their social media with the promotion and stuff. Thank you to all the staff who have worked so hard behind the scenes. Thank you to everybody who has supported One Nation in one way, shape or form, especially a Remix Friday. And big thank you to Ritzy as well, the staff and the management at Ritzy in Brixton. Thank you to all of you. See you and appreciate you. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me, it means a lot to us. And hopefully it means a lot to you that you have this event to go to once a month, where people can just go and be free, man. No pretense, no pretentiousness. Just be among good people, have really good positive vibes, have a laugh and hear real great music as well that you're not really going to hear anywhere else. So yeah, thank you. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who has supported One Nation Remix Friday. It's been a solid year for us. So thank you to all of you. Thank you. So as I said, January the 3rd will be our next one. Hopefully we'll see you down there. If you've not been there before, come check us out. Right, don't forget, stay tuned for when I give you an update on what happened with the prostate check. All right, we talked about that last week and I said I would give you an update on that. So make sure you stay tuned for that later on in the show. Still got to talk about some of the upcoming films that are coming out. Ip Man 4, Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Still got some more news to get through as well. So lots to get through still right here on Saturday Soup on iLive UK, bringing you all the organic goodness you need on a Saturday afternoon.
Saturday Soup on iLive Radio. All the organic goodness you need. Everybody needs some Saturday Soup.
I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do is alright with me.
One Nation. One Nation.
You make me feel so brand new, baby. I want to spend my life with you.
One Nation.
Saturday Soup on iLive Radio. All the organic goodness you need. Saturday Soup on iLive Radio. All the organic goodness you need. Everybody needs some Saturday Soup.
Could you possibly rewind and come again?
super tough remix of SWV's classic Use Your Heart. Dropped this one last week on the show. I'm feeling it. I remember Sims Mo saying that she was feeling this one as well last week. Love it, love it, love it. Before this, remix of the Reverend Al Green. Let's Stay Together. Saturday Soup in full swing right here on iLive UK. Right, back to some of the news we're still going to get through as well. Let's take it stateside. So in American news, the US President Donald Trump, mate, is facing impeachment. All right, now impeachment basically is when, if you're not aware of what impeachment is, it's kind of like when you're trying, it's about almost removing somebody from office, really. Very rare circumstances would impeachment happen of an American president in attempts to remove him from office because he's done something so bad that he has to be removed. So that's what's happening right now with Donald Trump in America. Only 2 presidents before him. This has only ever happened twice before in history. Once with Richard Nixon, and he resigned before he was forced to be removed from office. And the second to be American president to be impeached was Bill Clinton, following his affair with Monica Lewinsky. So Donald Trump makes history by being only the 3rd president in US history ever to be impeached. Now, will it ultimately lead to his removal from office? That is a whole entirely separate question, because the American political system is set up so that there are 2 kind of parts of this system. So one is, at the moment, is controlled by the Democrats, which is like the equivalent of the UK's Labour Party, if you like. And there's the other section, which is the higher up section, which is the Senate, I believe, that's controlled by the Republicans, which is like the equivalent of the Conservatives. So the situation over there is like, if you imagine like you got Boris Johnson, who's the Prime Minister right now. Boris Johnson does something so bad that the Labour and half of the country is saying he needs to be removed from being Prime Minister of the UK. He needs to be removed from office. And that's basically kind of what's happening in America right about now. And so you would have like Labour saying, yeah, let's get rid of Boris, he's got to go. And all the Conservatives are standing by Boris saying, no, he's done nothing wrong, he can stay. And that's kind of the fight that's happening right now in American politics. It's a big deal because, as I said, it's only happened twice before in history. So will it ultimately lead to him being removed from office? I don't know. Nobody knows. We'll have to wait and see for that one. But it's not a good look for President Trump. Incidentally, of course, Donald Trump was here in the UK last week on a state visit. Not on a state visit, a stately visit, I should say. Meeting other members of NATO. He was at Downing Street, met with the Queen and all kinds of stuff. And he left to go back to America early because it turns out that some of the world leaders were chatting about him and laughing about him, and they were caught on camera chatting and laughing about Donald Trump. And when that came out, Donald Trump cancelled his final press conference, got on his plane, and went back home to America. So obviously he wasn't too impressed with that. I was, but obviously he wasn't. It was the Canadian Prime Minister Boris Johnson was a part of the group, although he wasn't really saying too much. And the French President Emmanuel Macron, he was a part of that as well. So they were kind of huddled together and they were laughing and joking about Donald Trump. And he came out and then he was like, yeah, allow that. I'm out of it. Cancelled his last press conference, jumped on his plane and skedaddled back to the States, only to walk back into impeachment proceedings against him, trying to remove him from office. So Donald Trump ain't having a great time right about now. Am I sad? So anyway, I'll be keeping an eye on that one with interest. Gotta send big shout out goes out to the crew who were at Mobile Mondays at Chip Shop earlier on this week on Monday. It was an awesome session. It was an all vinyl session, all right? So yes, there are some of us out here who are still doing sessions and going out and playing, doing all vinyl sessions with nothing but records. No laptop, no CDs, no controllers, no digital devices, no iPads, nothing. Just straight records, and it was a fantastic session, man. I gotta say, big shout out goes out to Maura Miller, host and resident of Mobile Mondays at Chip Shop. Big shout out goes out to Claude and Rex from Pure Vinyl Records, who were touching down there on Monday as well. Also gotta say, big shout out goes out to Cindy from Hanson Family, who also dropped a blinding set as well. And big shout out, of course, goes out to the Chip Shop crew. Big shout out goes out to all the crew who came down from Impact in Brixton. Shout out to all you guys and girls, all you ladies who came down from there. I forget the name of the crew that also came down from Pure Vinyl who do their live sessions down there. Straight pocket. That's it. Big up the Straight Pocket crew. A group of young musicians who get together each and every Monday night. Now, this is one to add to the gig diary, all right? To the gig diary, I should say. Each and every Monday, Straight Pocket, I think they're taking a little break now over the festive season, but Straight Pocket are a collective of young live musicians who get together at Pure Vinyl Records on Mondays, all right, Monday evenings, and they just have a live jam session in Pure Vinyl Record store in Brixton. And I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing to behold, man. It really, really is. All these young musicians, talented musicians, just all come together with their instruments and they just jam. It's like a big practice session for them. And members of the public just come in and check them out. So it's a free session. So anyone can go down there every Monday at Pure Vinyl Records. Monday evening, Pure Vinyl Records in Brixton. And they usually finish up around about 10 o'clock, I believe, 10 o'clock on Monday night. So they'll be there from around about 8, I think, each and every Monday. So big up the Straight Pocket crew. They came down when they finished at Pure Vinyl. They came over to Chip Shop on Monday as well. But really, I got to salute those guys, man. If you ever get a chance to go down, if you like live music and you want to see young people performing live music, really talented young people just get together and jam and perform live music, be at Pure Vinyl. Make a trip or visit down to Pure Vinyl Records on a Monday evening between the hours of 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. They may even finish at 11. It's either 10 or 11 p.m. they finish. But in fact, it is 11. I beg your pardon. It is 11 o'clock they finish. 11 they finish. So go down to Pure Vinyl Records in Brixton on a Monday if you can. It is a beautiful thing to witness these young people, talented young people, just get together and do their thing with their live instruments. Fantastic. So big up the Straight Pocket crew and everybody who was at Mobile Mondays at Chip Shop on Monday for that all vinyl session. It was fantastic. Also got to say salute to everyone who was down at One Nation's last Remix Friday of the year last night. Friday night. Big shout out goes out to Hey SA from Got Soul, who's down there touching down. I've got to say a big salute once again to everybody who has supported One Nation throughout 2019. Everybody who supported our vision and our journey. Big thank you goes out to Samantha, to Sandra. Big shout out goes out to Type Arts Photography, VCams Photography. Big shout out goes out to the Ritzy and all the DJs and artists and creatives who've come down there and supported us. Big shout out goes out to Mars, who was down there last night. Mars London was down there last night, showcasing her jewelry. She has an awesome collection of jewelry that she designs and hand makes herself. Link by link, she hand makes that stuff herself. So she was down there last night as well, showcasing her stuff. So big salute goes out to Mars and all the other creators who've come through at various points and showcased their talents and their products as well, and their services. Thank you so much. We look on to 2020. As I said, One Nation Remix Friday will be back on January the 3rd at our home upstairs at the Ritzy from 8 p.m. until 2 a.m. Alright, a night of music, games, and karaoke. Right, time is against us, so I want to get one more in before the ad break. On the other side, we'll take it back on a little trip. We'll go on a little trip down memory lane, as we like to do. After 5 p.m, we kind of go down memory lane a little bit for the old schoolers. So, old schoolers, hold tight. After the 5 o'clock ad break, we will be dealing with you. But in the meantime, let's end with a gospel track that I'm really feeling right about now before we go to the ad break. This is Darlene McCoy, track entitled Even Me. Hold tight, the gospel heads.
Good and bad and joy and pain.
I should say believers. Hold tight, the believers.
Go hand in hand. Often they play their roles at the same time. Confused, I don't understand. I don't do everything wrong, and I'm not always right. I keep it real with myself, that God is that greater than me, that lives in me, guiding me safely. I'm so unworthy.
Run it to my crew. Okay, I'm reloaded.
I hear you calling me, calling your spirit drawing me. Good and bad and joy and pain, they all go hand in hand. Often they play their roles at the same time. Confused, I don't understand. I don't do everything wrong, and I'm not always right. I keep it real with myself, that God is that greater than me, that lives in me, guiding me safely. I'm so unworthy. I hear you calling me, your spirit drawing me, even me. I hear you calling me, your spirit drawing me, even me. The God in me overshadowed by my wrong. I should do good, but I won't. It makes me wonder why God keeps on loving me.
You're listening to iLive Radio.
Peace, this is DJ Croc from One Nation, inviting you to join myself and Sims Mode for Saturday Soup, the original Glow Glow, from 4 till 6 p.m. on the UK's hottest, the newest radio station, iLive UK, giving you the original mix and blend with nothing but that organic goodness. iLive UK Saturday Soup. Don't miss it. Touch. Glow Glow.
You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
Oh my God.
Now tuned into the greatest.
This bloke is one angry, naughty, aggressive crocodile. Crocodile, real you, they should know.
Real DJ. Don't just come up here and play tune and press buttons. Real DJ.
What we gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back in the time.
Right, welcome back after the ad breaks. Still in tune to the Saturday Soup Show right here on iLive UK with DJ Croc from One Nation. It's after 5 o'clock, which means we take our customary trip down Old school memory lane for a little bit. This is Renee and Angela, Love You More. Out to the old school reggae crew as well, old school hip hop heads. We'll try and squeeze something in for you guys as well between now and at least 5:30, and then we'll come back up to the time towards the end of the show, all right? But in the meantime,
I love you more than you know. Gonna let it show. I love you more, hey. I love you more than you know. Gonna let it show. I love you more, hey. You turn my mind inside and out. I can't hide it. One of a kind. There's no doubt I can't fight it. Your point of view in love is true since you planned it. And when we touch, it's just enough to understand it. Don't you know I love you more than you know. Gonna let it show. I love you more, hey. I love you more than you know. Gonna let it show. I love you more, hey. From the outset, the day we met, I knew I loved you. The stakes were set. I can't forget what made me want you. Love's mysteries gave you and me a new beginning. Now can't you see how it can be a happy ending? Don't you know I love you more than you know. Gonna let it show. I love you more, hey. I love you more than you know. Gonna let it show. I love you more, hey.
Saturday Soup on iLive Radio. All the organic goodness you need. Everybody needs some Saturday Soup.
What we gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back in time.
One nation.
It's been a long time
ship is now under my direction.
Beautiful sounds of Alicia Myers with I Want to Thank You. Before that, Renee and Angela with I Love You More. Outside the old school Solars. Just for you. And then we're going to kind of keep it old school with the music from now until probably about 5:30, all right? Right now, following on from last week, when we had our special guest, health and wellness coach Samantha in the place, talking about prostate cancer. Prostate cancer. I did say that I was going to go and get myself checked out. I was urging all the guys to go and get themselves checked out, and not being one to not practice what I preach and advise other people to do something I won't do myself. I said I would go and get a prostate check this week myself. So I called my local surgery to book myself a check, and only to be told that there were no appointments until next year, 2020. Can you believe that? Real talk. They said there was no appointments until January next year. So I couldn't get despite all this saying that it was a simple thing of just going into your local GP. I called my GP and I could not get an appointment until next year. So what I had to do instead was to get booked into a different GP's practice. They said we haven't got any appointments at our practice until next year, but we can try and book you into someone else's practice. So that's what happened. So I am booked in to have my prostate check on this coming Monday, all right, at a different health practice. But I'm booked in on Monday, 2:00 on Monday. So I'm going for that check. So apologies for not getting it done before then, but as I said, the story goes that my surgery said they have no appointments until January next year, which for me was a real eye-opener, and I was quite disgusted by it, to be honest. The fact that I'm saying I want a health check and they can't offer me any appointments whatsoever until January next year. Now, that's something that's going to be in my mind in the forthcoming general election next week when I go to cast my vote, because I was shocked by that. I've had this before where they've said, no, we can't see you for a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe, but for them to say, boy, we can't see you until January next year, that was like, whoa, what is this? So I was really, really shocked and unimpressed by that. Now, what about people who are really, really ill and they need to see their doctor and they can't get to see them for over a month? I mean, over a month's time, either you will have made yourself better by that time, or you're dead, or you're you know what I mean? It's a real mad state of affairs when we're supposed to have this shining NHS service in this country, and you try and get an appointment at your GP and they tell you we ain't got nothing for you until like a month's time or until next year. That's crazy. In a month's time, you'll either have made yourself right, or you will be worse, or you will be dead, or whatever, man. So it just seems pointless in that respect, trying to make an appointment at your local GP practice if that's what you're gonna get. Alternative being you got to book into a next practice, or you walk into A&E, and of course, as we all know, if you walk into A&E, you're going to be in there for pretty much the whole day. You're going to be in there for like anything from minimum 3 hours, maximum 12 hours or 9 hours or something silly like that. You're definitely going to be in there for hours and hours sitting and waiting to be seen. It's not a good look. In terms of the state of the NHS right about now, man, it is not a good look at all. Or as my parents or Jamaican elders will say, tall. Not good at all. So anyway, that's the update on my prostate check. All right, so I couldn't get one. There were no appointments at my local GP's practice, but I'm booked into a separate practice this coming Monday. So I'm booked in for 2:00. I will go and have that check, my prostate check, and then I will report back to you the following week on how that went, all right? But I'm still encouraging you guys out there to go and get your prostate checks as well. We talked last week in depth with Samantha and Sims Mode about all the implications of that and just how important it is for us to keep an eye on our health and just to have those checks, just to make sure everything is cool, because prevention is better than cure, and if we can kind of spot things and deal with things earlier, it is much better than trying to deal with them later. So please, guys, go and get a prostate check if you haven't already done so recently. I'm going to get mine. I'm booked in to have mine done on Monday, and I will report back to you the following week on the Saturday Soup Show with how it all went. In the meantime, back to the music. As I said, we're keeping it kind of old school. In a kind of way, you know what I mean? From now until about 5:30. Sounds of Nearest Joseph. One of my favorite reggae tracks, man. I'll Keep Loving You. Love this track today. Big up Nearest Joseph.
I'm in a trance. I'm in a love in the mood. Time for romance. I wanna tell you something rude. Making love is ecstasy while you're here with me. You can keep loving me, and I'll keep loving you. You can keep loving me, and I'll keep loving you. You can keep loving me.
Saturday Soup on iLive Radio. All the organic goodness you need.
Until your touch sends a tingle in my bones. Love running down, I can feel it in my toes. Only your love, it makes me feel that it's for real.
You
Should I let you stick around? Should I let you flow? Should I let you flow? Should I let you float around, stick around, stay around? Oh yeah. Should I let you float around, stick around, stay around? Oh yeah.
One nation.
Saturday Soup on iLive Radio. All the organic goodness you need. Everybody needs some Saturday Soup.
Indeed. Beautiful sounds. Classic sounds of Maxi Taxi Priest, track entitled Should I. Before this, Nearest Joseph with I'll Keep Loving You. Reggae music from the UK. Love it, man. Love it, love it, love it. Lovers Rock from the UK. Boom! Right, upcoming films. I've got no new films to tell you about that I've watched in the last week or so. I know there's a film that I've watched that I've missed, you know, and the film review, and for the life of me, I can't think what it is now. In the week, I was thinking, oh yeah, I watched that film and I forgot to review it on the show, and again, it slipped my mind. So anyway, couple of upcoming films, big films to look out for if you're interested over the festive season. December the 19th sees the release of the new Star Wars film, The Rise of Skywalker. So December the 19th is gonna be the release date for the new Star Wars film. How long is this gonna keep going, man? These Star Wars films. Anyway, I'm definitely looking forward to this one. The way the last one ended, it was a nice setup for this new entry. So I'm looking forward to this one. I think they set this one up neatly at the end of the last one. So Rise of Skywalker releases December the 19th. And then for the martial arts fans and the Ip Man fans, the Donnie Yen fans, Ip Man 4 releases on Christmas Day. All right, December 25th is the release of Ip Man 4. Man, what a fantastic film that is setting up to be, man. It's the grand finale. It's the last time apparently that Donnie Yen says he's gonna step out and play the classic role of Ip Man in this series. There was a lot of speculation after Ip Man 3 about whether or not Donnie Yen would play the role again. He said this is the last time he's gonna step out and play Ip Man. And the subtitle for this one is The Grand Finale. And this one covers the journey of Ip Man to America to teach in America. And of course, you can kind of probably imagine where the story heads. Scott Adkins also stars in Ip Man 4 as well. Scott Adkins, probably most famously known for the Undisputed series, playing Yuri Boyka. So as I said, December 25th, Christmas Day, will be the release of the next and possibly the last Ip Man film, Ip Man 4, the grand finale. I am so looking forward to that. Right, time is ticking, so let's keep it rolling right here on the Saturday Soup Show on iLive UK.
Captain, this ship is now under my direction.
Right, it's after 5 o'clock, so still keeping it on down memory lane a little bit.
Thank you.
To all who it applies to.
Uptown posse man, them love fresh. I wanna hear say yes, I wanna hear say yes. I miss a downtown posse man, them love fresh. I wanna hear say yes, I wanna hear say yes. I miss a all on a bed from morning, run go holla fresh, go holla fresh, go holla fresh. All on a bed from evening, run go holla fresh, go holla fresh, go holla. And when you wake up this morning and you don't holla fresh, evening pass and you don't holla fresh. Water the bum, hey. Yo is a dirty wretch.
water come down.
Run it with my crew.
I want to say, I'm in the forward. Pull up down. Thank you. I can hear, man. Lord of mercy. Uptown posse, man, them love fresh. I want to hear, say yes. I want to hear, say yes. I miss a downtown posse, man, them love fresh. I want to hear, say yes. I want to hear, say yes. I miss it all on no bed from morning. Run go walla. Fresh go walla fresh. All on a bed from evening. Run go walla. Go walla. And when you wake up this morning and you don't walla. Evening pass and you don't walla. Water the bum. Hey. Yo is a dirty rich water come now. Take up a rap, take up a soap and run go walla. Come on to the dance if you no bed and run go walla. Every morning me wake up and me have to catch ya. Evening come me have to catch another. Now go a dance if me know some minna. Now dance with a girl if a minna. Mouth of it, skin of it, clothes of it. All on a bed from morning run go walla. Go walla fresh, go walla fresh. All on a bed from evening run go walla. Go walla fresh, go walla.
Big body girl, I try to swing big body girl. Them a thing like some girl.
nah no bottom. Them nah have no bottom, tom. Have no bottom, some gal nah no bottom. You know get that? Nah no bottom. Them nah have no bottom, tom. Have no bottom, some gal nah no bottom. Me woman, one little gal by the name of Pam. Gal come a dance with her 10-ton bottom. I move her body to the rhythm pattern. And everywhere they go, them a pay attention. A dreadlocks man, did a pay attention. A ball leather pass, me say pay attention. A flower gonna pass me, have to pay attention. Big body girl, I can't sing big body girl. And them a take like some girl, nah nobody. Them nah have nobody, you see, nah nobody. Them nah have nobody. Come now, come one little girl by the name of RJ. Girl come a dance with her, flat body. Her body it flat, me say like a bummy. No matter where she, nobody not talk to she. What she do? Get up her eye, like a Apache. The girl come a dance and a spend her money. But here come a next girl with natural beauty. Say all she have is a 10-ton body. And everybody dance and dance on for she. Big body girl. Big body girl, I can't sing big body girl.
Them a take life.
Big body girl.
Floragon, big body girl. Before this, Corny Melody, Bad Boy. Up top, Sanchez with Sad Songs. Up top, Red Dragon with Fresh.
All of the girl, let me know them a jam. Look on Chevron, me turn 10-ton bottom.
Going out to all the dancehall fans out there.
Big body girl, I can't sing big body girl. Them a take 20 tons.
10 ton,
5 tons,
some gal have none.
Them a have to give them man done. But if a gal do me that me backside up. So no, big body gal.
Yeah. Saturday Soup right here on iLive UK, man. DJ Croc in the hot seat. You know what? Let's switch it up just a little bit, man. Because last one, I think I'm going to play under the old school selection because I want to come up to the time.
The world. CDs and tapes help generate tapes.
Before we leave at the top of the hour, right? Remember the top of the hour? Claus, aka Miss Ouch, aka Miss Ouch, steps in, aka Miss Hey, steps in with the independent soul injection, all right? If you like independent soul music, that's the place we need to be. 6 o'clock, keep it locked right here between the hours of 6 and 8 p.m. for Claus, aka Miss Ouch, with the independent soul injection. Right now, my hip hop fam, played this one on Monday, at Mobile Mondays, the all vinyl session.
My shit still hit, even when the record skip, even with the record skip, even with the record skip. I don't quit. We about to make this one the sure hit. Sean J, make the party people feel it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce a very interesting young man who's traveled from very far away to be with us tonight.
Ha ha ha. Word. Ha ha. Yeah. 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 Such a. Ha ha ha. Word. Ha ha. Such a. Ha ha ha. Word. Ha ha. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Word. Ha ha. Yeah, it's such a place that creates such a melody. Brooklyn, no ADDs. It's a living dream. It's a living dream. It's a living dream. Recognize all areas, whether you speak Japanese or Goonie Goo. When I come through, other rappers boo-hoo, cause they know they style soft like baby doo-doo. I will continue to hit like a fifth, a stolen Naya, putting jokers on ice to get the cream like Brian. No secret, most Dev is the one, the Hunter Maya. I get in my stance and set the dance on fire. Spread out my wings and I take the world high. Peace, 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 peace. Job on, Todd Sean and my man I2. And all my other clan who reside in the zoo. Got the celebrated oatmeal broadcast brew. Most Dev gon' keep it naked like food. So when they bounce out of speakers, they stick to you. The way that I communicate is non-typical, but I level like a 3D visual. I hold the mic extension, exhibit level and dimension. I radiate the space like an upright base. Till son, I lead crews lace and escape with no trace. Sound official like the finish time at a horse race. Hit and put it in place for the 9-0-6. Most Dev set the pace, make it fam give chase. Raise your hands in the air, everybody get with it. Universal magnetic b-board, scientific like that. And you don't stop. They It go on to the rhythm, you don't stop. Then raise your hands in the air, everybody get with it. The universal magnetic B-boy. Scientific, you don't stop. It goes on to the rhythm, you don't bust it. Baby, it's in my chromosomes to rock. Microphone says who wanna test the MOS, but leave that shit alone. I make no bones and pawns about jobbing bars, make the world fall sway under the most depth. Yes. I ring the alarm like tennis saw. My style hella raw. I keep a raw bone like Skeletor. And you should go and tell your clientele that they need to get the message like Melly Mel. I got the slap shit on lock like a death row cell. And if I ain't the B-boy, Premier never use the bell. So tell your whole ass crew to retire before I make their ass catch fire like Richard Pryor. Knowing the script, the fiend and the riches. Call the earth bitches. But most of y'all brothers is living with your mothers. The boogeyman yanking up your covers. Sharper than some new box cutters. The parquets, the butters, the Stevie Wonders. To make you run and tell the others. The beat lovers. I play my jam like the numbers. I rock the globe like I rock the boat. About to tap it on your shoulder cause you got to know. Raise your hands in the air, everybody get with it. The universal magnetic, B-boy, scientific like that. And you don't stop, it go on to the rhythm, you don't stop. And raise your hands in the air, everybody get with it. Universal magnetic, B-boy.
iLive Radio. All the organic goodness you need. Everybody needs some Saturday Suits. On iLive Radio. All the organic goodness you need. Everybody needs some Saturday Suits.
Meanie, miny, mo. I wreck the mic like a pimp shows. Here's how it goes. I am a genius, I mean this. I shape this, you'll tape this. I'm kinda fiendish. You wish that you could come into my neighborhood. Meaning my mental state. Still I'm 5'8". Crazy as I wanna be, cause I make it orderly. You could say I'm sort of the boss, so get lost. The brother who will make you change opinions. Dominions, I'm in them when it's time to kick shit from the heart. Cause I get a piece of the action. Feeling satisfaction from the street crowd reaction. Jump full guns when they feel afraid. Too late when they dip in the kick, they get sprayed. Lemonade was a popular drink and it still is. I get more props and stunts than Bruce Willis. A poet like Langston Hughes and can't lose when I cruise. Out on the expressway, leaving the bodega, I say suave. Premier's got more beats than Bonds got hate. Clips I've inserted into my gun, so I can take the money, never have to run.
Suit on iLive Radio. All the organic goodness you need. Everybody needs some Saturday Suit.
Look at that. Real new. They should know.
Yo, this is Lamar bigging up DJ Crocodile playing the best in party joints.
Okay, party people in the house. You're about to witness something you've never witnessed before.
Well, it is a weeping and a mourning and a gnashing of teeth in the dance hall and who know big will run from them come when time it comes to my song, which is the champion sound. If you let blow me many times, but it's still a one more time, let's try your mother's stripe on our shoulder. You be a sauce and you be a sinner. Yo, watch the crocodile, let them know this, you know. Alright, you hear me? Alright, go on, you play now. God love me and the people have done love everything okay.
Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. In the place to be.
A crocodile, listen up. A crocodile, listen.
Saturday Soup on iLive Radio UK.
Yep, good to go.
Saturday Soup on iLive Radio. All the organic goodness you need. Everybody needs some Saturday Soup.
1, 2.
What we gonna do right here is go back.
1, 2.
Way back. Back in that time.
You do, don't sell yourself.
Saturday Soup on iLive Radio. All the organic goodness you need. Everybody needs some Saturday Soup.
Ladies loving my music, it's like some sex shit. Sticking trying to grip up my mic like it's a dick. Run around the corner to pick up the new shit.
I search in the deck so skin could catch rat.
I'm looking off the grip of the mic like it's a joke. Sick and fall in love with the music like it's a hole.
Put down your mic, you lost your whole road. You take it too seriously like it's a gamble.
This rap, I listen to classical. In the studio, loop as usual. Up it, my lyrical, folk shit that you would know. I'm out of this, cause you wanna be below. Y'all niggas in love with the S. Y'all niggas in love with the S. Love.
Don't fall in love. Things you do, don't sell yourself to fall in love. Things you do.
Yeah, JD, man, I shoot sometimes. I sit and wonder when I think about these written rhymes. How'd I get to the point constantly taking all my time? Time I could have been spending getting cash, getting mine. Hoping one day it comes around, one day when I'm the nigga getting money, getting cash, getting signed. Getting the fuck out the ghetto because I'm tired of crime. But it's a crime that I feel like off waste of time. But sometimes I feel like it was a huge waste of time. Yours and mine to these niggas out here trying to rhyme. The reason for it better show don't be genuine. I do it because it gives me a sore peace of mind. And for the love,
don't sell yourself to fall in love. Things you do. Yo, 1, 2. Don't sell yourself to fall in love with those things you do. Word up. Don't fall in love. 1, 2. That's V.
Wow.
Word up.
Slum Village from arguably, in fact, not even arguably, my favorite Slum Village album. Fantastic Part 2. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Man, I'm kind of lost in where I was in all the mixing on that. What do we have? What do we have? Oh my goodness. Gangstar Dwick, mixed that in with Tidra Moses, Be Your Girl. Before that, a remix of Christopher Williams, Every Little Thing You Do. Oh, I don't remember what we had before that. in the mix. That's how it goes when you're in the mix, man. You're just playing tunes off the top of your head, whatever you feel, whatever feels right at the time, whenever it comes to you, just play it. You know what I mean? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. We're coming to the end of the show, towards the end of the show, so I need to kind of come back up to time. I need to pull myself away from this nostalgic trip that I'm relaying for all the hip hop heads out there. Big up yourselves. Gotta say big shout out goes out to Grant Body P up there in Wolverhampton with the Repping For You hip hop show, one of the hardest and realest hip hop shows I know anywhere on any radio station, man. Big up yourself, Grant Body P. Shout out to all my hip hop heads. Gotta say big shout out goes out to DJ Busy Fingers. Man, I see what you're doing out there, bro. It's looking real good. That's a real good look. Real good look. Big up the Lab Collective. Going on with some big things this year, man. Looking forward to what you guys are coming with next year. And we're going to have you guys come down and bless the decks at One Nation for real. Shout out DJ Busy Fingers. Right, let's bring it a little bit more back up to the time with some fresh stuff for your ear, right? As we like to do, One Nation style. Yeah, man, all kind of styles we like to bring, man. All kind of genres, all different eras. That is what One Nation is about, all right? It's not about being two-dimensional or one-dimensional. We are multi-dimensional when it comes to our music. That's how we roll, all right? Whether it's on this show, whether it's at any event that we play at, that's kind of how we like to roll, and we are One Nation. So, feel this. On a Latin funk flex, Arif Omari and Franklin. Send this one out to the Lab Collective. I know you guys will feel something like this. And all my One Nation family. Remix.
Every time your name was brought up, I would act all nonchalant in front of an audience.
Pharrell, Jay-Z, the remix of Front End.
You do me for a loop this hoe. I'm too old to be frontin', but I'm feeling Denzel and acting like you ain't appealing when you are. Spelling like you ain't my only girl when you are. I'm ready to stop when you are.
Right, time fast and approaching the top of the hour. Remember the top of the hour. We're taken over by Claude, aka Miss Ouch, aka Hey, with the independent soul injection, giving you nothing but the best in independent soul music. You do not want to miss that show. Shout out to Claude, aka Miss Ouch. Well, I want to give you one more under these new kind of up-tempo styles, man. So another remix featuring Pharrell. Check this one out. Another Pharrell and Jay-Z remix. Once again on the Latin, funk, house type tip. Like to mix it up for the musical family out there, because we are, of course, one nation. Now, if you haven't checked out the new iLive website as yet, please make sure you do so, or follow us across all the socials, iLive UK. And of course, you can follow the Saturday Soup Show across all the socials as well. Just look for @Saturday Soup Show across all the socials, all right? Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Incidentally, the gig guide is always posted on our Facebook page, all right? So you just got to look up the Saturday Soup Show on Facebook, and you will find all the gigs to the upcoming events. Sims Note always post them on the Facebook page. Big up to Sims Mode once again. So if you're looking for all the info on the upcoming gigs, I haven't done the gig guide so much on this show, but they're all on the Facebook page, all right? So just go on Facebook and look for the Saturday Soup Show, and you will find the full gig guide listing. Shows across London and across the UK, so you can find out what's hot and what's not.
Sexy, sexy. Sexy, sexy.
So necessary, man.
Sexy, sexy.
It's a groove.
Sexy, sexy.
Bring it back.
Sexy, sexy. Sexy, sexy.
So necessary, man.
Sexy, sexy.
It's right. It's a groove. It's a groove.
Sexy, sexy.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Sexy, sexy.
Right, that's pretty much going to have to be it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed the show. You should catch me back here next week, same time, same place, between the hours of 4 and 6 p.m. alongside Sims Mode. She'll be back in the building, giving me a problem, as she likes to do. And you know what? The show isn't even complete because we didn't do the weather. I did not do the weather, and Sims was not here to do the weather. So we'll have to do that next week, all right? So we got to be out of here. As I said, Claude, aka Miss Ouch, is up next with the Independent Soul Injection. I'll be back here next week, 4 till 6 with Sims Mode. Whatever you're doing across the rest of the weekend, have yourselves a wonderful one. Stay safe and stay blessed, all right? I'm out of here. Peace.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight? I'd like to welcome to the stage the lyrically acclaimed I like this young man because when he came out with the phrase, he went from ashy to classy. Alright. I like that. Alright. So everybody in the house, give a warm round of applause.
We're going to leave you with another classic, another favourite. And a little surprise at the end as well, alright? We're out. Catch you next week. Peace.
A nigga's never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You want to see the inside? Huh, I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that with the fake. Wow. Why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place. Play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this pocket. Rob 'em while his friends watching. That's all flocking. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them, stole with them. I mean loyalty. Put me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88, Oshkosh, and blue and white duck. Ask Sky is the limit, and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit, and you know that you can have what you want, keep pressing what you want. Sky is the limit, and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit, and you know that you can have what you want, be what you want, have what you want, be what you want. I was ashamed, my crew was lame. I had enough heart for most of them, long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm just update my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, make the scene and took my Nina. From gym class to in-glass, passed off for global. The only with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. 88 on gates, snatch initial nameplates. Smoking splits with you in real life. Beginner killers, praying God forgive us for being sinners. Help us out. Sky is the limit, and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit, and you know that you can have what you want, be what you want. Sky is the limit, and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit, and you know that you can have what you want.
Bossy, Godfather, man a OG, man a half humble, man a bossy. Fling a rag a rhythm like it's all free. Bossy, house on the coast G. My money so long it doesn't know me. It's looking at my kids like a bossy. Bang, bang, bang,
hey yo, Idris, tell them what they gonna take this. The next one step out, do that turn up in a this. Body comfortable, I'm physically fit. I'm brown and sweet, just like the chocolate. Yo, Wiley, them ones sound like me. Cause they done a pussy with the okra body. Shut down in the city with me bad girl pussy. Every man want piece of me. The back of them a pop and them a bun weed. Man want wine behind me have to move cause I'm dusty. I'm looking for a brother who got hella pounds. 079 baby, I'm a hammer to the shop.
Bossy, Godfather, man a OG, man a half humble, man a bossy. Fling a rag a rhythm like it's all free. Bossy, house on the coast G. My money so long it doesn't know me. It's looking at my kids like I'm bossy.
Hey yo, Sean.
Hey, so when me spitty panny with it, maybe gala get with it. Spitty panny with it, maybe gala get. When me spitty panny with it, maybe gala get with it. Wind up your body and spin it. Girl, when you bubble, that's a trouble. Why you give me this something now? Turn it around and bring it. You're pressing it back on and on. If you push that button, my girl, down, but I go and timid. Once you broke out and fling it. Once your body shaking up to the limit. Once you wild out to wild it to S to the base. Step London and mid and edges.
I came to rap, you know, do my thing. Shabby put me on the gram, you know, remix thing. Hold tight, Wiley with the Pacino flow. Godfather part 2, call me De Niro. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. Disrespect, man, get a slap on the chin. Man a king, man a top ball, Larry, man a big DJ, Ox, Megan and Harry. Boss, yeah, man a bossy. I make your girl melt like a toasty. I've been this way someday, and I write for myself, no ghosting.
Me's a boy got money in a bank on. Ready for roll and blaze up this tank on. Got the girls from Jamwan to Hong Kong. The girl them champion in it.
One nation.
Bossy, Godfather, man a OG. Man a half humble, man a bossy.
Fling a rag a rhythm like it's so free. Bossy, house on the coast, G. My money so long it doesn't know me. It's looking at my kids like I'm bossy. I fly around the world cause I'm bossy. Bossy, bossy. Godfather, man a OG. Man a half humble, man a bossy. Fling a rag a rhythm like it's so free. Bossy, house on the coast, G. My money so long it doesn't know me. It's looking at my kids like I'm bossy. I fly around the world cause I'm bossy. Bossy, bossy, bossy.